Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez, and I'm here with an Ask Misty. Hey Misty, I worry that I am way too much of a man to transition into being a woman. I come from a Polynesian family full of tall, big men, like I'm 6'1", plus size, I have huge feet, and a masculine face. I buy dresses and shoes from Torrid, but worry that I look ugly and unfeminine. Help me. Alright, Miss Polynesian Princess. The reality is, in my opinion, people transition. The goal in transitioning is to be your true, authentic self. The goal in transitioning, pushed on to trans women by society, is that the goal is to look and be as a functioning member of society, as a woman, an unclockable, passable woman. That is not the ultimate goal for most trans women. It's not to be unclocked. It is not to be, wow, nobody can tell. Yes, that's amazing if that can happen for you. But for girls like me and you, that will probably never happen. But think of the girls that are sickeningly gorgeous and unclockable. Gigi Gorgeous, for example, and Carmen Carrera are the names that I hear a lot. Both of them have had facial feminization. Both of them went to Dr. Spiegel in Boston for their facial feminization. Both of them have had lots and lots and lots of plastic surgery. You can't just take a man and make him a woman and expect it to happen correctly. Now, my thing, when I first started transitioning, I knew I was a trans girl when I was very little, but I was afraid to be a linebacker with tits. I didn't want to be. I'm also 6'1", and I wear a 13 women's heel. And I was like, fuck. But the reality is, there are women out there that are much taller than me, biological born women, often on volleyball teams or basketball teams or supermodels or whatever. And there are women that are crazy tall. Amazon women. And there are women out there with size 13 shoes, otherwise they wouldn't make 13 shoes for women. Okay, my life path. I slowly but surely started officially transitioning in 2005, meaning I got a little bit of silicone here, a little bit of silicone there, a little bit of silicone here, and a little bit of silicone here to just soften some things. Then I got full body laser, and then I started hormone replacement therapy 5 years ago. I was on hormone replacement therapy 3 years before I came out as trans to anyone, because I waited for the hormones to work. And I was getting clocked as a woman or properly gendered as a woman in public by complete strangers before I started being like, hey everyone, I'm a woman. So, the point of my story is, I'm you. And I truly understand your fears. It is not easy to be a trans woman. Trans women need lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of body modification and surgeries. You don't just wake up as Cinderella. It takes a long time and lots of body modification to do so. Now, me, I remember watching, maybe it was on Taboo or something, National Geographic Channel or something, of a trans woman or trans story on National Public Television or something like that. And one of the mothers of the trans girl was like, I just don't want my son to be an ugly woman. Well, I took that very much to heart. If I ever have to move home for whatever reason, or my mom gets sick or whatever, and I need to move home to take care of my family, I don't want them to be like, oh my gosh, my son or my cousin or my uncle looks like a man in a dress. That is not my goal. So I have done body modification throughout the years, and I'm planning on more body modification. I'm right now raising money on my GoFundMe for facial feminization. Facial feminization is $35 to $45, sometimes $50,000, and they completely reshape your face. They take your hairline and pull it forward. They shave and reshape your brow bone. They shave and reshape your mandible or jawbone. And that's something I have to do for myself. Am I happy as a human being, as a trans woman, 6'1" with masculine features and shoulders and feet? Yes. My shoulders and feet are something that will never change. I will always be a linebacker, shouldered. But bitch, I can have the only body if I want. Hips and ass for days. And I do feel that for my own safety and trying not to be the victim of a hate crime, I am trying to get facial feminization to soften my face. Just like, and it's funny because a lot of trans women are not vocal about this surgery, but most trans women have had it already. It's the surgery that most girls get before they come out as trans. Like Gigi Gorgeous and Carmen Carrera, for example. Laverne Cox has never had it. Laverne Cox, I remember seeing an interview where she said she desperately wanted and needed facial feminization, but now that she has international fame and she's been on the cover of Time magazine with her current face, she no longer desires to undergo the knife in that way. But you asked me to help you. I don't really know how to help you other than the fact that one day you're going to wake up and realize you're living a lie. That's what I did. And I was desperately afraid that people were going to laugh at me. And I was afraid that I was going to fail. So I secretly went to a tranny doctor and I secretly got my trans hormones and I secretly did all these things so that nobody would know that in case, because I think a lot of times girls, they decide that they're trans and they suddenly put themselves through the pressure of passing as women with no hormone replacement therapy or no body modifications. And they're trying to paint as women every single day going out in public. And they're like, I'm a woman. And then one day they have a full face of beard and everyone's laughing at them like, girl, I thought you were a tranny. Why didn't you shave today? Again, we live in a catty, superficial, nasty world, especially the queens and the girls. They're going to make fun of each other and talk about each other behind their back. So I was like, you know what? Laser hair removal before anyone can talk about me behind my back. So I did that before I even did hormone replacement therapy. I thought that I wanted my hairs to be gone before the hormones stopped them or slowed them down. Was my thinking in this anyway. So to help you, I'm going to say, be your true self, but don't put yourself on a timeline. Like me, for example, it's 2016. I started transitioning in 2005. It's very expensive and it's very lengthy and it's very long and it's not an easy road. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And if you do it slowly and gradually, you might have great results. It's the girls that do everything in one that kind of go cuckoo bird crazy because they never went through like a puberty or a transitional adolescent phase. I think that that's healthy. But I don't think I would ever discourage someone who's my height to do something that I'm doing. I can't. Be your authentic true self and you're the one that has to live in your skin. Live in the skin the way you desire to live in your skin. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money and have a lot of surgeries. And my surgical history, I've had 2 major surgical procedures and both of them have to be redone. My tummy tuck was done and he didn't do any of the lipo. So I have to go back and get all the lipo done. My breast plant was done, but they put in a size that wasn't the right size and I have to go back and get that done again. I'm planning on getting facial feminization and then I will want vocal voice feminization, and that's my timeline. I don't know, I don't have a timeline, but that's my to-do list. And that's what I want to be happy within my own skin and the way I feel that I would be safe in public. Granted, some motherfucker or some, especially children, will always know. But what's funny is when I was in Alaska last year, again, no nails, I had hormone breasts, but no like implants. I was at my sister's house and my nephew was there and he was like, why does Uncle Cody look like a girl? And I was trying to be discreet and like, well, why do you think I look like a girl? And he was like, you don't have a beard. But after I left, he told his mom several times, like a conversation several times, before I came out as trans to my sister, he told his mom a couple times, Uncle Cody's really a girl. He was really bothered because Uncle Cody's really a girl, and he wanted her to know that. And so he clocked me as a female before his mom told him. So that's impressive. But usually it's the other way around. Kids will be like, that's a man. But my nephew's like, that's a girl. Anyways, follow your heart. Oh, I just saw, what's that new movie? The Rock's in it. Moan, maybe? The whole time it's about this little girl following her destiny. And I think it really, Polynesian, she's also Polynesian. I think it really, I related very much. Like, I want to watch it again. But she's like, I have to be the person I'm meant to be. The ocean's calling me, and she's chasing her destiny. I'm like, and I was telling my friends, I'm like, she has to be a woman. She's a tranny. She has to be a woman. She, you know, she has to be a woman. Like, I was like, that's my story. Like, she's living my life. But again, she's Polynesian and a real woman. But in our shoes, it would be us trying to resist the call of nature telling us to be who and what we are. But honey, it's a long, expensive process, and I wish you lots and lots of luck. Loving you, Susie.